What's going on, guys? Today I will show you how to grow a $10,000 a month AI automation agency for bankruptcy lawyers. In this guide, I will show you how to plan our business strategy, how to build this bankruptcy law chatbot, and how to plan an outreach and getting clients. So our goal is to help bankruptcy lawyers generate more leads and get more clients. The main idea is that some people are hesitant or ashamed to talk about bankruptcy law with humans. So we're gonna build an AI chatbot that a lawyer can put onto his website, and it will ask questions about bankruptcy law. It will answer questions about bankruptcy law, and the clients can then schedule a call with the lawyer. I also want to give credit to Ottley newsletter where I got this idea from. So let me first show you how this bot works. So this is our bot. This is our AI chatbot, and we are going to put this onto the lawyer's website. So let's say I'm a client and I come here and say hi. The AI chatbot is going to answer. Greetings, I'm Mark, your personal AI assistant. I'm here to provide you with expert guidance on bankruptcy law. Please feel free to ask me anything you'd like me to know. Would you like to ask AI a question or schedule a call? I would like to ask AI a question. Feel free to ask any question. What is bankruptcy and how can I file for it? This is going to look into our database and is going to answer this question. So right here, it answered the question from the data we gave it, from the data that a lawyer, for example, gave it. Would you like to ask AI a question or schedule a call? Let me say I want to schedule a call. Great, I will schedule a call with Peter, our bankruptcy lawyer. Please tell me your name. Vuk Rosic. I didn't spell this correctly, but your email address, vukrosic1@gmail.com. Date and time. Let's say, okay, so this should not be blue. It should be probably white. But anyways, this is easy to fix. Let's say the date of the call is 9th, 11th, 2023. Let's say 5 p.m. Enter. It doesn't matter in which format you say this call, it's going to recognize. Great, your meeting has been scheduled. Would you like to ask question? So we can see that our meeting has been scheduled right here in our bankruptcy lawyer Google spreadsheet leads spreadsheet. We added Vuk Rosic, my email, and when the date time of our call. So this automatically added everything using chatbot and Zapier, using botpress chatbot and Zapier. So let me go back into our presentation. Okay, our strategy is going to be build an AI chatbot that answers questions about bankruptcy law. We're going to use We are going to search for US bankruptcy lawyers on Google Maps, and we are going to get their information like phone call or email and cold call them or cold email them. Now, cold means just that they don't know you. You're calling them, they don't know you. It's way better to cold call them. It's way better. And there are multiple reasons, but I will tell you later. What you want to do is you can do this from anywhere in the world. You get $10 credit for Skype and you just call these numbers and tell them about your business. So what you want to do is you want to show them a prototype and your business offer. You want to say that you're going to get them more leads. Let me go on to the next slide. How to get clients. So first, we're going to find numbers to cold call. Cold calling is way better than cold emailing. Calling gives you instant feedback. Clients will object to your offer and they will tell you the problems with your offer. That's why you want to cold call. You also need to learn to talk about your company and about your product. You can't just email and not be able to talk about it. Also, there is more human to human interaction with calling, which makes you more likely to sell and then more likely to buy. You can The main reason you want to cold call, you want to call them, is because they will tell you what's wrong and why they don't want to buy. If you just email, they're not even going to respond, or they're going to respond with some nonsense excuse, but you will not know the real reason they're not buying and their real objections. Then you need to address those objections later or with other clients, or think about how you're going to address those objections they have. This is a simple script I made for cold calling. You can adjust, and you should adjust this. It's important to know that don't ask them how are you. Don't ask them. You have 3 seconds. They are busy people. Nobody cares about you and your company unless you can tell them why they care in 3 seconds. Don't ask them how are they, and don't waste their time. So you're gonna say something like, "Hello, my name is Vuk, and we made an AI chatbot that lets your clients ask questions about bankruptcy law. In case they are hesitant or ashamed to talk with a human about it. It will also offer them to schedule a call with you. If you're interested to hear more, I can explain how we can help you generate more leads." That's how you want to be clear, concise, and not waste their time. So in order to find leads and their phone numbers and emails, you can just search on the Google Maps U.S. bankruptcy law, U.S. bankruptcy lawyers, for example, and go ahead, or do like Boston bankruptcy lawyers, Chicago bankruptcy lawyers, and and there is like so many of them. You call them, and you pitch them your business. Just go through the maps, move around. There is probably hundreds, if not thousands, of them. Chatbot. We're gonna start with building a spreadsheet, Google Spreadsheets. We're gonna call it, for example, bankruptcy lawyer leads. We're gonna have first name, last name, email, date, time of the scheduled call. I will show you how our botpress bot works. So you're gonna go ahead and create a new botpress bot. What I have here is, first of all, a custom knowledge base, bankruptcy law info. I generated this with ChatGPT, but I will leave this in the description below. This is just an example. So you're gonna paste all of this from the description of my video into here, you're gonna add the new knowledge source, and it's gonna be plain text, and you're gonna just paste this. Then in the agents, you're gonna enable this knowledge agent. We're gonna go back into the main now. Our conversation is going to start with greetings. So greetings are mark, this kind of chunk of code here. We're gonna then go ahead and transition. We're gonna have an expression here that's going to have condition as true. It's gonna always transition to the next node. What we're gonna have here in single choice, we're gonna give it multiple options, but they have only one option to choose. So the question is going to be, would you like to ask AI a question or schedule a call? I add more choices by pressing on this plus button. Ask AI a question, schedule a call. So ask AI a question, that is going to go to another node here. We're going to actually enable knowledge answering. So this should be enabled. Enable knowledge answering. This is going to ask AI the question. Feel free to ask any question. We're going to add a new raw input field here by going here, selecting raw input and dragging it here. Feel free to ask any question. And this is going to automatically answer the question by looking at our knowledge base, because we enable knowledge answering. After that, we're going to have always transition. So we're going to have expression with condition to true, which is basically a transition. We're going to pull this back into our node that says, do you want to ask question or schedule a call? So if they want to schedule a call, I'm going to go ahead down here, create a new node. We're going to have a few input fields. Name, which is going to say, great, I will schedule a call with Peter, our bankruptcy lawyer. Please tell me your name. It's going to get variable type, get input of personal name. But before we continue, I will show you our variables that we have. So the variables we will have are date, time, type will be date, name, date, time, email, type string, which is basically like letters, word, and then name, type object, and then zapier success variable, and type boolean. So we're gonna store name into name variable. We're gonna store email. So email is will type of value to extract email address. They're gonna I'm gonna say your email address column, and then store into email variable date time, type of value to extract date time of the meeting, and then store into date time variable. We're gonna execute code then. So this is the code you have to have like in your execute code. It has to be copied letter by letter. People are sending me saying like, why does my code not work? They sometimes say success, sometimes say 1C, double C. If you have underlined words, that means this word doesn't exist and you made a mistake somehow. So people are sending me like saying my code doesn't work. Well, can you see? I can't figure out the problem, but they can't even like copy the letters properly. So you need to copy it properly. We're gonna start by saying, so this workflow is an object. If you have never coded, I will explain everything to you. It's so easy. It's not easy, but you will understand. This workflow is an object, and inside of that object, it has all of these variables that we made. So if you want to access variables, you say dot. So workflow dot, and then you can access all of the variables. So we want variable Zapier success. We're gonna set it to false in the beginning. After that, we need to define an object lead data. This is the data we are going to send to Zapier. We are going to use Zapier to schedule the call. We're going to use Zapier to send all of the data to Google spreadsheets and schedule the call inside of the Google spreadsheets. Our lead data object is going to have three fields: name, which is going to be workflow.name. It's going to have a field email, which is going to have value of workflow.email, our variable, our email that we capture, and date time, which is going to have value of workflow.date time. And then we are going to make an API call. We're going to say try catch. So we'll try to make an API call and catch if there's any errors. It's going to throw an error and then say display the error. So try catch block. We're going to start by defining a variable response, which will be of type constant. This is going to be response that our API call will return from Zapier. We're going to use the value await, meaning that we will send API request and then wait for the response. It's not going to happen instantly. So Axios is the library we are going to use. .post. We're going to use HTTP post request. You will not have this link for now. You are going to leave this empty under the inside of these things, and we're gonna put your link here later when we are configuring the Zapier. And then you're gonna put comma lead data. So has to be this variable object that you defined here. Lead data has to be same spelling. It's not gonna work otherwise. Console log response.data. This is useless. This is just for you to see like if it works properly or not. But you don't need this line at all for this to function. And if it doesn't throw an error, so if it throws an error here, this await, it's not gonna execute these two lines. It's gonna execute this here. But if it doesn't throw an error, it's gonna execute these two lines. So we're gonna say workflow.zapier success to true. We're gonna set this to true. Right now we are just saving into the variable Zapier success that it's true, so it's successfully called Zapier, but we are not actually using this variable for anything. I don't even know why I wrote it here. Everybody's writing it here, but we don't need it for anything in our chatbot. Maybe if we are building more complex chatbot, we are going to need it. After that, we're gonna have a text field that says greet, your meeting has been scheduled, etc. And after that, we are going to have an expression that is always true. So this expression down here will be always true, and it will be a transition back to our initial question. We're gonna put it back into this single choice question, and so we're gonna offer them to ask questions or schedule a call again. Now this is just like a beginner, like a prototype. You need to like do different cases, but you actually don't need to do anything. Like this is enough for just showing to the lawyer how it works and stuff. So then you can, if they like agree to talk to you, then you can make this better. Don't waste too much time to make this perfect. Your goal is to get clients, but to get lawyers, you must show them prototype. You cannot just talk. After that, we only have to configure Zapier. So you are going to create a new Zap and you are going to use webhooks by Zapier template. Now it says premium, but you can use it on free. The event that we are going to choose is catch hook. Then you press continue. So trigger, we're gonna leave this alone and say continue. So the thing that's gonna happen here is you're gonna actually copy this link, your webhook URL, and you're gonna paste it into like a new tab and press enter. It's going to show you like some kind of JSON data something. Now what you should do is go back to your botpress, paste this link into the execute code section where we left off a blank space. And also you need to go to the right into the chat and you're gonna need to initiate the chat and then you need to tell it, I want to schedule a call, and then you need to say, give it some random name, some email address, some date, time. So it has some data to work with. So just have like those things in your chat. So you set those variables. So those variables are set in your chat to those names, emails, date, times. On the chat on the right. So after that, you're gonna have a test button here or something like that. So or something, I'm not sure what it was, but press that button, and then you're gonna have a request appear here. So select a request. So that request should have just like this: first name, last name, email. If it doesn't, you made a mistake somewhere. And then continue with selected record. Add another action, create spreadsheet row in Google Sheets. So you're going to use Google Sheets and the event is going to be create spreadsheet row. Press continue. Here you're going to connect your account and press continue. So drive is empty. We're going to leave this to empty. Spreadsheets, bankruptcy lawyer leads. Worksheet is going to be sheet 1 if you haven't changed. If you haven't touched it, just sheet 1. And then if you don't see your fields, you should see your fields, which will be like first column, first row. You're gonna say refresh fields, and all of your fields should appear here. So first name, you're gonna click here and say name first. You're gonna click here and choose name last, and then you're gonna click here, choose email and date time. Continue. Okay, so I think that's it. I think there will be either a test button or there will be a publish button. I'm not sure, but now that if you click that press or test button, it's gonna add information that you wrote in your chat to the right in the botpress dashboard into your Google Sheets. This is it. It should work. You should just publish your chatbot and it should work. If you have any questions, ask in the comments below and see you in the next video.